Today's Toy Spot, we are having a look at the DC Collectibles DC Universe animated movie of Justice League War. We're having a look today at Superman. Yeah, it's based on the DC Universe home movie of DC Justice League War. Not the greatest of animated movies. I didn't really like what they did with Darkseid, but I thought the designs of the characters were pretty cool, and it warranted me wanting to pick up these figures. Now, Superman is number 2, and ironically enough, it's one of the few waves that doesn't actually include a Batman. In fact, if we flip around the back of the package, the 5 figures that are included in this set are the Flash, Superman, Green Lantern, Wonder Woman, and Shazam. Kind of actually wish that they had swapped out Shazam for Batman. Batman I thought kind of looked neat in the show, or really they could have given us all 6 figures, but yeah, Batman is completely omitted from this lineup. You can also head over to www.dccomics.com for more product info and other things that are going on in the world of DC. And having said that, what I am going to do is take a break. I'm going to get this open up, and when we come back, we're going to get a better look at Justice League War Superman. There's more heading your way, guys. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. I do believe also that Justice League War was the first animated treatment to give us the new 52 costumes. I thought they looked really good in the movie itself. Not, again, the greatest of movies, but still, I thought the movie itself, design-wise, I thought it was good. For a figure that's based on that movie, it's not bad. It's really... the animated design that they've given the figure looks solid. I'm not 100% crazy on Superman's face. Something looks a little bit off on it. Not quite sure what it is. From certain angles, it doesn't look too bad. Like an angle like that, or if you've got the head maybe even up, so kind of like that. But something about his face looks a little bit off, and I'm wondering if it's maybe his eyes. He's got a good profile, and I like the design, and I like the sculpting of his body. I think that's pretty good. And again, it's new 52, so it's going to be the more updated coloring and design of the suit. The suit is really neat. I like the coloring. I like also the little lines, panel lines. Not really so much panel lines, but the armored lines that they've put in the suit as well. The cape has a good flow to it. It's not a very long cape. It's a shorter cape than what we've seen in the past, but I like the folds up at the top of the cape where it would tuck itself into the shoulder area. Yeah, it's a good-looking Superman. I feel like the face could have been just a little bit better. It seems just a little bit off. Paint is a little messy on this Superman. It might just be this particular Superman that I have, but there's a little bit of paint error on his bicep area. And if you when you start really examining the figure, there are areas like right around the under area of where the arm socket goes in. It has what looks to be almost paint wear. Where it's been worn, I really don't know, because that shoulder doesn't go as far down as where that paint's been worn. Also, there's a little bit of paint splotch right around the elbow there, and a little bit on his hand. It's all livable. I mean, it's not. I won't lose sleep over it if that's what you're worried about. But yeah, it's a good-looking Superman. I think again the only thing I'm not super crazy about, no pun intended, is probably just the face. I feel like the face could just be a little bit better. But I dig the style. I like the style of the suit, and like overall, it looks good. It's a good-looking piece. When it comes to Superman's articulation, well, he does have a really nice ball joint in the head. Not only does his head move up and down very easily, but it also pivots left and right. I think maybe even when I pose him, I might even just kind of keep the head up. Again, from a distance, not so bad. It's only really when you start kind of coming closer to the piece that his face looks, again, slightly off. As for his shoulders, shoulders are on ball socket hinges. So there's a ball socket and then it sits on its own hinge. It allows the arms quite a bit of movement, not only forward and back, but out. He has a swivel in the bicep. A bend and rotation in the forearm, although when you bend the arm, you really can't bend any further than to about that point, just because his bicep is so large. He has no waist swivel, likely due to the fact that the way they've sculpted it, they didn't want to break it up or anything like that. I wish that he had the swivel in the wrists. I find DC Collectibles are doing this a lot with their pieces. They put swivels in the forearms, but I also kind of wish that there was a swivel in the hand. Just gives me that little extra bit of mobility that I can do something with the arms themselves. As for the legs, same idea as the arms. Although I think with the legs themselves, it's actually just a singular ball joint. The ball joint sits in the socket of the thigh, so the leg moves again quite easily out, forward and back. He has a single bend at the knee, no articulation in the feet. But again, digging the panel lines, it's a little more simplified than the new 52 Superman that we initially got from DC Collectibles. That one a little more armored up. This a more stylized design of the new 52 costume. If you're a fan of the new 52, fan of the new 52 costumes, that is, you probably will dig this figure. I like the figure. The face isn't perfect, but the overall execution of the figure is solid. Superman, the new 52 Superman from the animated movie Justice League War, I'm going to give him an 8. You may not agree, but I think still it's a good looking figure. Today's toy spot, we were having a look at the DC Collectibles Justice League War Superman. And actually, Spot also picked this up from the folks over at Comics and Toys, which is an eBay seller. So if you guys are looking to pick these up for yourself, I can provide the link down below for those guys as well. They have a pretty good selection of pieces. Stay tuned, guys. Spot's going to have more videos heading your way as we look at more of the Justice League War figures. Those videos will be heading your way soon. Thanks for watching as you always do. I'll see you next time.